hope you're having a cinematastic day. I'm Josh, this is Simply Cinema, and before we get into the video, I want to thank each and every one of you for helping me to get over 200 subscribers in less than 5 months. It really means a lot to me, and therefore I'm going to be answering your questions that I have received. I got 16 questions. There will be a little bit more stuttering because I'm going to be filming you straight through. Just to let my personality flow out as I answer the question, I'll be holding the paper for the questions because that's the best way for me to do it. So let's get into the questions. Number one, we have from Nerdy Films, or at Nerdy Films YT. I'll be leaving all of these links to these channels, or even the links to their Instagram down in the description below. And go follow all of these awesome people because they're really great. First up, we have Nerdy Films. What is your favorite movie franchise? All I gotta say is I just really love Star Wars. There's still a ton of movie franchises I need to look into, so maybe eventually in the future I'll be doing top 10 favorite sequels or the franchises and trilogies and quadrilogies in the future, because I have to still look into some that I haven't checked out or some that I have to rewatch to really flesh out my thoughts. But I really gotta say Star Wars, it always really sticks out to me. MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is probably really close behind, but really I just love Star Wars. It's sort of really what got me into movies a lot more appreciative of getting into the movie franchise. So that's what I gotta say about that. And next up we have at Nerd Incorporated Official from Instagram. What is your favorite film? And really, I'm not going to answer this now because by the end of the year you'll be figuring that out, because that sort of correlates to the previous question, just a little hint on what type of movie it could be. Next up we have at number 3, Sandro Productions. He has an awesome channel. Go check it out, and the link in there. At Trevor Sandro on Instagram. If you could direct any movie, what would it be about, and who would be the star and co-star? I really love this question. It's quite interesting. I love all these questions, but really, if I could direct any movie, I actually do have an answer for this, because I've sort of written a novel. I have novel ideas on what I want to write. I want to become a writer and author eventually in the future. Right now I've been taking a break because it's been a little less motivating. So let me know down in the description if you, or comments, if you want to hear more about that. But I'm writing. I would love to. I don't think I have the skills to be a director. I'm not entirely sure. But if I did, I would be writing or directing a time travel movie, an action movie, all in one, with a science fiction twist, with all these aliens. These scientists are trying to create this time travel machine and ends up sending them back into another dimension. They'll have to figure out why they got there, how they got there, and they're figure out the way back. All the while there's these aliens and all these other things they're having to face. And the novel I'm actually writing now is called The Other Dimension, and that's what correlates with that. And as for the star and co-star, like, I've always been thinking Hugh Jackman, because the main character, Michael Ellman, has always had that sort of resemblance where he's really strong and muscular. He has the black facial hair and the hair. So really, whenever I watch the X-Men movies, that's sort of who I see Michael Ellman as, especially in the 6th movie. When I see his powers, he's able to fight without having his claws or his power. Well, he does have his claws, so Michael Ellman would be a normal human being without those extra superpowers. But he doesn't have the healing capability, obviously. So that's sort of one that sticks out to me. He's sort of getting older, so I don't think, if I just so happen to have that possibility of directing a movie, I don't think he would be young enough to do all the action, maybe. But probably most definitely Liam Neeson. I really loved his acting, and I've been getting more and more into acknowledging who the actors are and everything. And Liam Neeson is one of my 4 favorite action movies, and then just some others, maybe like some good Will Smith, for some laughs. We got just Mark Hamill. I liked his acting, and just some others. If I'm not as familiar with female actors, but that I'm trying to get into, but I sort of like Emma Watson, and then just Evangeline Lilly. So just something like that could be something that I get into. So we have TP Reviews at Tommy Reviews 69 on Instagram. Check out his channel. He has a great one. He has quite a bit of questions, but that's perfectly fine because I'm here to answer them. How likely is it for you to answer every question? 100%. I'm answering all 16 questions. It isn't too much, and as long as you enjoy long drawn out videos of the just me answering the questions just like this, I'll be answering them. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And next up, he asks, what made you start YouTube? Really, it's just trying to find a thing to do because I sort of lost my niche on doing some other things I did before. I had a YouTube channel before, and I sort of got dried out on that, and I wanted to talk about something else. And I recently started watching movie reviews, and I really enjoyed them, and been getting into more movies. So I thought I'd give my take on it, and it's something I'm really enjoying so far, and I'm really liking all the fandom that I've been able to create. Next up, favorite film reviewers. I really don't necessarily have an absolute favorite. I can't really rank everyone like I rank movies. But I gotta say, Sandro Production, Nerdy Films, Certain Bits, TV Reviews, you're also on the list. And just some of those other, Jacob Martin, MC Talking Films, there's really too many to name. And maybe I'll be having all of these in the description below. But I just like all of these people because they all have their own take on it. So that's what makes me really like about how fluent they are on talking. Well, also Sean Chandler talks about it's one of the reasons I started YouTube, because that's what really the first movie channel I started watching the reviews and made me think, could I really do this? And that's really got me into it. So that was really fun. And do you like Star Wars? Of course, like I said, it's one of my favorite franchises. Do you like Harry Potter? Yes, I really do. I actually, as a within the elementary and middle school years, I read all the books, I watched all the movies, and those were a lot of fun. And sadly enough, I have really not watched them since. I've watched the Fantastic Beasts movie, of course. I have not had a chance to get the second one, but it's a really big part of my childhood, sort of, in a sense, if I could say that. But really, I just really enjoy those movies. I really need to get back into them, especially for Fantastic Beasts 3. That looks pretty exciting. Next up, favorite Marvel movie. I would probably have to say Avengers Infinity War. It might be too common, but I just really enjoyed it. It made me sympathetic of all the villain, the characters, and it was just a long drawn out battle that was really epic. Next up, favorite DC movie, we probably have to say the Joker, the most recent one. That was crazy, sympathetic, really great, and a huge surprise for a year. It looked good in the first place, but it was so much more than I expected. Probably something really close by are The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. I love Liam Neeson in Batman Begins and Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, and I just really love those movies. And Wonder Woman is close by as well, but I'd probably have to say Joker for favorite DC movie. Next up, we have a question from Jaster, or on Instagram at Jaster. Are you into post-apocalyptic movies? And I definitely gotta say, I can definitely appreciate them. I need to watch a lot more to really get into the sense. I've watched some of the Terminator movies recently, which a few of the later ones are more post-apocalyptic, of the machine taking over. And then I've also watched the two Zombieland movies, which were really good and funny. Those are more of the comedy side of things, but it was really just fun. But of course, I'm always interested in trying out new things, so I'm definitely going to be looking into a few more in the future, just so I can understand what are some good ways to look at them. Next up, we have a question from Michael and Jake. And these are two of my friends. I'm not going to get their Instagrams really. What keeps you motivated into YouTube? What a good question. I really just gotta say, it's really a lot of it comes from you guys, just seeing your response, seeing the community that I'm able to build up, and it's just fun seeing the different opinions, but it's really just getting to express my opinions on these different things and seeing that a lot of people actually want to watch my videos, actually want to hear my opinion and take on different movies and just other things in general. And it's just seeing the response, sort of. And that's not always the best thing to derive from if you completely rely on that, because sometimes you'll be getting less responses, and so you compare it to other better videos and you get let down from that. So try not to be too reliant on how people respond to you, especially at the very beginning of when you're starting YouTube. And even now, like, there's some videos that just don't do as well, and that's just okay. You can just stay motivated as you look at other things and just the overall grasp of how your channel is going, and sort of speaking to myself and to you guys if you're having a movie channel. But that's just the answer to what really keeps me motivated and running on this channel. Next up, we have another question from Michael. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much joy does this bring you? Like I said, sometimes I do look at the subscribers and numbers way too much. That's where it really drags you down, and it really makes you compare too much. And it's not that I need to hide the amount of subscribers like you can on YouTube. But I'm super appreciative of how far I've been able to get, because I know there's some that grow a lot slower than me. I've been able to share it a lot more with a lot of my friends, especially being in college. So it's been helpful to grow a lot more, and there's tactics to grow quicker. But some people grow a lot slower. There's just way too many different paces of speed, and you really can't compare yourself to others that much. So really, I would have to say probably 7 out of 10, just for the times that I really am enjoying this content. I'm really enjoying making this video right now, and just whenever I make the videos and release the content. And I wish I could release content a lot more, but of course college work and just work in general has really been dragging me down a little bit, of course, with time. But that's just how it goes. But I'm doing the best I can to release the content, and that's what really makes me happy and joyful about what I release on this channel. And next question from Michael is, what is your goal for this channel? Really just to grow. Of course, I have a number goal. Like, it would be great to hit 1,000 subscribers, start earning some income from this. Especially being in college, I want to make a little bit of profit from what I get. But really, it's just to continue building this community of respectful comments and opinions on how people. I'm in an intercultural studies major, and really that just integrates all the cultures together. And it's just really getting to understand the other people and the other people's opinions. And that's really just in their culture, but it can also relate to movies as well. Seeing the different culture aspects in movies, but also getting to see in real life the different culture aspects of how someone may perceive a movie a certain way. And that's what makes us have all these different perspectives on what we want from movies. And that's what makes my opinion my own and your opinion your own. We just all have these different perspectives. And that's just what I'm really wanting to get out of this channel, is that we can all be able to grasp that we see different opinions, different ways, different movies in certain ways. And that's what can make this a fun, enjoyable community. Next up, we have one from Jake and Martin. He has a really awesome channel. Check it out. He basically reviews all these different movies he reviews all movies that he watched, no matter what. It's not just a recent one. He has movies of all types and different rankings of different directors. So go check him out there. Who is your favorite movie character you can easily relate to? This is a really tough one, but I probably gotta say Emmett from the Lego Movie, just because, like, that's the one I remember the most. That's the one I remember being the most sympathetic for when I first watched that movie, and it's really just because like it's really hard to explain, but he has this sort of sympathetic feel because he doesn't always get to hang out with friends. And it's not that I don't have friends, I definitely do have friends, but sometimes I don't. I'm more of a shy character, and that's what makes it harder to go out, to speak to others, to hang out with them. And there's some differences, obviously, but that's probably the one I most remember being sympathetic for in the aspect in a little bit relation to me. I'm not entirely sure if there's one that really sticks out to me, or at least it's not coming to mind right now. But that's sort of Emmett from the Lego Movie is just one that comes to mind. Next up, we have MC Talking Films, the YouTube channel. Go check him out. Or at MC Talking Films on Instagram. What is your favorite movie villain of all time? This is a super tough question. And there's so many different perspectives on what you get from that villain. I really love Kylo Ren and Anakin because they're super distraught and angry in the ways they grow to the dark side of the Force in Star Wars. Or there's Thanos, which is a really sympathetic story of him actually having these strong evil opinions on how he views the world, but you still can sympathize with him even though you don't necessarily want him to succeed in his dark way. So probably like one of those, Anakin leading to Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, or just Thanos. Probably one of those three. There could be another one that I'm just forgetting right now, but probably like Thanos at number one for that. Those were all the questions I got to today and I received from you awesome people from Instagram and on YouTube in one video. So I hope you have enjoyed this longer, drawn out video where I just let my personality flow out, let me answer the question in however long I needed. I'm not even sure how long this video is, but I hope you have enjoyed it all. If you watch to the end, please type in the comments #simply, and I'll be acknowledging your comment and really appreciating you guys for watching till the end. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. If there are any other questions that I did not answer, feel free to comment down below, and I'll probably just answer them in the comments if you missed out on the memo that there was a Q&A in general. But I really appreciate all of you for helping me to get to 200 subscribers, and it really means a lot to me. And of course, I'll be back for more movie reviews, rankings, and more.